Hi, Chi. So we've got your creepy, I'm going to call it a zombie hand, witch hand demo. As per usual, I'm going to start just by basing in some of my shadow lines. Since you're working with a little bit of a painterly style that's showing more of your brush strokes, we're going to work a lot of wet into wet. I use this shadow, I'm using kind of a dark purple to just basically describe the light and also add in some of our details that are going to get lost when we start layering up. So it's little wrinkles. I've got a light that's sort of coming from the left-hand side down on an angle. It's a bit invented. Exaggerating those knuckle points like you were talking about, and also we're going to add some highlights there to put high contrast in that area. So now I'm going to start using a bit of a navy blue, which is my Payne's Gray in my mix, but you can also just make a navy blue, to both deepen those and to make a little bit wider shadow areas. I'm putting a bit of gel medium into it, so the purple is going to show through it, and I can use it with a little bit more wild abandon to block out whole sides of fingers, bottoms of wrists, things like that. Larger shapes, less detail. Also helps to add depth, of course. Layering things up makes them go darker, so this going over the purple helps the purple read as darker. This is a mix, it's a little bit of a maroon, a little bit of purple, a little bit of red, mixed with quite a solid dash of gel medium, maybe 50-50 paint medium, just covering pretty much the whole thing with it. Since I was working fairly thin, my layers underneath are already pretty much dry. But now we're working with heavier amounts of medium. They're going to take longer to dry, and we can work more wet into wet. This is a bit of straight red with some medium in it. We're just sort of following the bone structure and also what would be the ligaments and the musculature of the hand, as if it were showing through, like you took off the skin or something. While everything's still wet, I'm going to take some white with a bit of gel medium and start adding in some highlights. Because everything's wet, it's going to like blend in. It's not going to look so white. It's just going to sort of diffuse in and define some of our shaping. I'm using it also to start shaping some of the maybe there's a vein we can see. Maybe there's some tendon things. Maybe the bones pop through here or there. You can determine how skinned your hand is. But as the white mixes with the layers underneath, it both cools it, it sinks us back into more of a pink zone. I'm keeping my brush strokes moving along with musculature, of course, so that we're sort of getting that brushy textured effect of the striations of the muscles. Bumping up my shadows again with a bit of purple mixed in with some of that maroon and some gel medium. Finding the balance between them. Now I dried that entirely down. We're going to go ahead and take white with almost no medium in it. Now that it's dry, we're going to pop highlights. That high contrast of stuttering highlights is what's going to help this read as wet and give it shine. So you don't want nice smooth lines. You want sort of hesitant lines in a few areas so that it's catching the light, raising and lowering. It's not a very smooth thing that the light is reflecting off of, I guess is what I'm saying. So I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to go ahead and paint the background dark for contrast, and then we will see what we see. But I hope that helps a little bit with sort of what the general process would be like. I have gone ahead and done a gloss medium to add shine over just the hand, but not the background. So that kind of increases the effect as well. Good luck.